So some of you probably have no idea because judging by the ratings, I'm sure many of you didn't care and didn't watch this year's Golden Globes. But I assure you it did happen, and we're going to go over it. We're going to start with the ratings because the ratings were steady, but the problem was the demo. The demo was low, which is not good at all. So this Golden Globes is funny. Last year, there was no Golden Globes. The networks apparently did not air it because they were boycotting the racisms that are going on in Hollywood. So this year, they put it on and then decided to lecture the audience for the first 5 minutes. It was pretty bad. And then patted themselves on the back all night. Now, what's funny about this Golden Globes is most people haven't watched any of the shit that got awarded anything. Most of the stuff, other than like House of Dragon, no one's watched. That's what's funny about this. So this literally was Hollywood patting themselves on the back because they were giving themselves awards for stuff that nobody watched, which is funny if you think about it. Just kind of showing the narcissism that comes from Hollywood because they think that their shit don't stink when it really does. It smells awful. So here are the ratings, fresh off the press. In the latest TV ratings, NBC's first airing of the Golden Globes in 2 years averaged 5.4 million total viewers and a 1.0 demo rating. Steady in audience, but down in the demo from the early numbers of 5.4 million, 1.2 for the 2021 telecast. The 2021 Globes went up to a tally 6.9 million total viewers and a 1.5 demo rating in Nielsen finals, down more than 60% from the last pre-Coof ceremony and making the gala's smallest audience since 1995, the last year that TBS hosted the show before turning it over to NBC. And that was then an all-time demo low. The January 2020 pre-Coof Globes, hosted by Ricky Gervais, drew 18.4 million viewers. Oof, that is bad. What a drop. Once again, what does this show you? It shows you that people don't give a shit about Hollywood celebrities anymore. One of the worst things that ever happened to celebrities was Twitter. It really was, because it's shown just how asinine and stupid most of these people are. 5 million sounds like a lot, but it's not. And the fact that demo rating is declining is even worse. So this is a bad day for the Golden Globes. I can't wait for this year's Oscars, because if you think this is bad, the Oscars are going to be even worse. Because most of the shit that's up for awards in there, no one watched either. Babylon, for example. No one watched Babylon. Babylon is a tremendous flop. Only needed to make $250 million to make money. It ain't even going to touch that. I think last time I looked at it, it was barely up to 50. So, I mean, that's pathetic. And then anyone that did tune in for the Golden Globes, all they saw was a woke award ceremony. Viewers slam Golden Globes as woke as award ceremony returns. Who wants to tune in for this shit? The first thing you see is this comedian I've never heard of. I have no idea who this guy is. He starts lecturing the crowd. Sits down and starts lecturing the crowd. It's like, what is this? Awful. But yeah, people don't call it. Here's what some people were saying. Others simply thought it was a snooze fest. Okay, this show should have stayed off the air. So boring. I'll just go ahead and say it. The Golden Globes is the most boring TV awards show I've ever seen. Well, that was a very unfunny, boring monologue, someone said. This is boring as AF. It seemed like a dress rehearsal that nobody was paying attention to, one person tweeted. Another says, I was really looking forward to the Golden Globes tonight. Sadly, this host and the boring acceptance speeches it's a snooze fest. And that kind of sums it up. Yeah, you're never going to get those Ricky Gervais numbers back. Never going to happen. Sorry, just that ship has sailed. These award shows are only going to get worse and worse as time goes on because just no one cares about these clowns anymore. And you've got these people saying that they should have never came back. They were miserable. This is another one that's been going around. And nobody cares about this anymore. Nobody cares. See these people pat themselves on the back. For what? For what? There was one winner, though, and that's probably Eddie Murphy, who's in a little bit of a comeback. He's got a Netflix movie coming out that actually looks kind of funny called You People. I watched the trailer, and I thought that it was actually kind of funny looking. But he comes out and says, Eddie Murphy ends Golden Globes speech with advice. Pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's name out of your effing mouth. Now, what's funny about this is it's actually funny. But I think the first two he was quite serious about because a lot of people in Hollywood don't pay their taxes and they get in a lot of trouble because they try to not pay their taxes, which gets them into a lot of shit. Wesley Snipes comes to mind. He didn't pay his taxes and he got in a lot of trouble. And then mind your business. Universal for anybody. Mind your business. Don't put your head up somebody else's ass and stick to your own business. Don't mouth off on things because it'll damage your brand. Like Mark Ruffalo comes to mind right away with that because he's out there getting involved in all kinds of politics, doing all kinds of dumb shit all the time. That's damaged his brand. Eddie Murphy, I can't think of anything that he's said where he's like, F fans, or here are my thoughts on this hot button issue. He just kind of does his own thing, and people like him generally. Other than the fact that he's been in a few stinkers, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad person. I don't hear him ever saying anything political, which is what you should really be doing. And he talks about how, he's been in the business for 46 years and he's been in the movie business for 41 years, and he just keeps getting work because he doesn't run around acting like a damn fool. Now, he did have one controversial moment a long time ago. If you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about. Today it would get him hailed as a hero, but because it was pretty progressive. But I don't really care what he does in his own time. What I do want him to do is just entertain. Basically, he's saying entertain people and stop running your mouth. I think that it's solid advice that everybody in the entertainment industry could pay attention to, but none of them will. Anyway, that's pretty much it. What are your thoughts on all this? I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.